Yes, sir. What it do? What it do? It's your boy, Dope Boy Fresh DJ, back with another one, man. Royal Caribbean Exotics with another off the plank podcast, man. Gonna be a dope one. We got some topics this week. We've been having a couple of conversations about different topics and different things, so we're gonna run that by y'all this week. Just have an open kind of discussion. But before we get further into that, I already know what time it is, man. I appreciate everybody that comes out, everybody that's showing love. And replay game, make sure y'all hashtag replay game, man. Definitely leave that in the comments. Definitely appreciate the love for there. And I definitely appreciate y'all hitting that like button, subscribe button, and that join button. I already know what time it is with that. So, it's gonna be real fun, real interesting week, man. We had a real interesting week, but gotta bring out these fools, these my Dinker squad, you know what I'm saying? The fam bam in the back. Kicking it with me again another week. I'm here to keep things interesting, you know. We're gonna keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, we'll go ahead and bring out we got this crazy bugger right here. Both of these crazy buggers, we got the Prince himself. Elias, what it do? Appreciate you tapping in. And then we got the crazy man himself, Batman, in the dungeon. Granted of grants. What's do what it do, Ash? Appreciate you tapping
What's
in,
up,
bro.
y'all? What's good? Anytime. What's good, y'all? What's good?
Yes, sir, man. How y'all feeling this week, man?
Great. Excited because I got a race this weekend in Florida, so I'm happy.
Hell yeah, glad to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that. The big things coming. You all know we got SEER coming up at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Those y'all don't know what SEER is, the Southeast Reptile Expo out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Dope show. Shout out to Bob Vu, man. He put that show on, man. A lot of top notch breeders and in the hobby, not just ball python breeders, but in the hobby period to come out. And a lot of breeders from around the world just come out and have a good time and kick it for the weekend and all that good jazz. So y'all are interested in that. Y'all make sure y'all come out to Atlanta, man. January 31st through February 1st weekend. So the end of the month. Good time. Then at that tax check. Y'all should be getting that tax check around that time. So y'all come out and spend some money. Before we get too deep though, let me go ahead and run these quick little sponsorship ads, man. Y'all sit back, relax, kick it, and get your wine, get your drink, get your green tea, and all that good jazz, and come back and kick it with us, man. Let's catch the sponsorship ads. You know what I'm saying? Support the sponsors. They're good people. They definitely keep things pushing in the hobby. So check it out real quick. You did. Shout out to Grey Rider Reptiles, one of the leading share testing brands in this hobby. As well as breeders of the ball python community, they have numerous tests ranging from the yellow belly morph to morphs like sunset and are growing every day. If you're wanting to find out the genetics of your ball python, just send it in to Grey Rider Reptiles and they'll take care of it. Their website is www.sharetesting.com. Let them know that I sent you. Hey man, shout out to the unofficial sponsor of the channel, K Joseph. Rising B-list celebrity in this hobby, KG got that all-around great knowledge, and he's also a great guy. If y'all aren't in the Patreon, it's a problem. And as always, it ain't a project unless you put a bomb in it. Oh yeah, and make sure you send the link. Shout out to BNS Reptilia, distributor of coconut substrate The Chipper and their premium coconut substrate Cocoa to Go. BNS prides themselves on immaculate customer service and always putting their customers first. You can reach BNS Reptilia on Instagram for your substrate needs. Tell them that I referred you. And once again, thank you for being a sponsor, BNS. We appreciate you.
Hey, what? If you playing a game, what is that?
I was feeling real festive.
I'm talking about I'm a slave for you.
Yes, sir. We're back. Appreciate y'all for checking out the sponsor. Make sure y'all get our sponsors a like and give them a follow. Holler at them for whatever you need. Yeah, man. So let's holler at the chat real quick. Say
Yeah.
what's in the chats. Oh, it's been a long time before I ain't seen her first in a long time. We got Shauna Connor in the building. What it do, Shauna?
Shaka
What up?
Khan.
What up? What
What
up?
it do? What's happening there? We got Pharaoh, Marcel in the building for Pharaoh's Forbidden Scales. Dope
What it
name, bro.
do?
What's good?
What up? What up? What up? Appreciate you for tapping there. We got ENT, my family in the building. Orlando and
Yeah.
Terrell. You. Try to tapping in from
Yeah.
the road. Appreciate you for tapping in. We got Christopher in the building. What it do, Chris?
What up, Chris?
Yes, sir. We got Jamie tapping in. What it do, Tiger Morphs in the building. We got Mike and Melissa in the building. Yes, sir. Proxima Reptilis. Y'all don't even know what time it is with them, man.
What up, fam? What up, fam?
What else we got? Everybody saying, hey, we got Tommy Ewog in the building. What it do, my boy? Appreciate you for
What
tapping
it
in.
Wow, what up? What up?
Tommy, you this year, bro? Let me know. We got ENT talking trash. I set an alarm and woke from my slumber only for DJ to be late. Replay game? I'm tired. I'm sorry. I had to get back to the house, man. I had to get back to the house. I stepped out to go grab me some dinner. We got my boy Pat. Pat back in the building. Patrick's a little bit of everything. Y'all make sure y'all follow
Yeah.
that boy.
What
Dope,
up?
dope, dope. Good dude, man. Good dude. Got some funny stuff on his channel. And he definitely goes live, man. Be tapping in, speaking some real knowledge. So y'all tap in with my boy Pat. For sure, for sure. And y'all see what he said, man. Hit the like and subscribe button. Y'all ain't no time it is with that. We got the silent assassin in the building. What it do, my boy, James P. What up, what up, what up?
What
We
up?
got Eric B in the building, my illegitimate son from a random
Freeze
lady, I
up.
guess. What it appreciate you. Look, he said you better turn ENT blue. I will. I got you. As soon as I get through these chats, I'm gonna turn them blue. We got my boy Chris in the building. What it do? Appreciate you for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you for tapping in. Yes, sir. As always, it's Fam Bam from number one from the beginning. We got Logan in the building. What it do? Appreciate you tapping in, OG. I got you. I got
What
you,
up,
Orlando.
Logan?
I'm gonna turn y'all blue, bro. Give me a second. Yes, sir. We got the T of ENT tapping in. TJ tapping in as well. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Twice the likes, twice the views. I appreciate y'all, fellas, man, for sure, for sure. Who else we got? Everybody say hey to everybody. I'll make sure I don't miss nobody. I was just thinking the same thing. Haven't seen Shauna in a minute. Thought Shauna just disappeared. Shauna just went ghost. We got Jeff tapping in. What it do, buddy? Appreciate you for tapping in, bro.
Yo.
Jeff,
What up? What up?
me and you gonna fight too. Man, you already know.
There's
Harpo,
some war going on.
what's going? Don Disler in the building. Appreciate you tapping in, Don D.
Father.
We got to get Father Don on the show one episode for sure, for sure.
Yes.
The
Naked
Don,
Gardener.
the Naked Gardener is in the building. Who else we got? Salute Ash. What else we got? Oh, I think we caught up already. You know, everybody tap in, y'all just let me know. But I appreciate everybody tapping in with us tonight, man, for sure, for sure. Let me go ahead and smurf these folks before they try to come through the screen on me. But yeah, we had some topics that came about throughout the week that we were discussing. We kind of want to bring it to the forefront and just get into it on air and just get some more that Jeff talking about he don't want no trouble. I can't tell, Jeff. I can't tell.
Mm.
Oh, there you go, right there. Checking in from the reptile shop. Appreciate you for tapping
Randall,
in.
number 6.
Yes, sir. The Ash artist formerly placed at 6. Hope everybody's having a great day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do Ash. It's crazy. What that shit at so I can smurf them real quick. But yeah, no, we got a couple of topics we want to touch bases or just touch light on or bring light to or whatever. Um, different things about the hobby. Hold on, I gotta smurf these folks. We got them written down, so something like that, right? Written down,
Yeah.
Mm.
screenshot it, so
Mhm.
we can bring it to light. What's one of the first discussion? Hold on. Say hey to this. Gotta say hey to this lady right here. Irresistible Nikki. What up? What up? What up? Appreciate you for tapping in, Nick.
Hey,
Appreciate you
Nick.
for tapping in. But as far as the topic goes, from the bag of topics that we have, let's get into a quick little discussion real quick. We'll kind of break the ice. You send it to me in text.
Oh no, DMs on Instagram.
Okay, I gotta go to Instagram real quick. Nikki, I like that new video you just made too. That video was really funny. The wig be killing me. It be sending me every time.
Right.
Nikki and these damn wig. That wig is crazy. Well, let's talk about something that just popped up today, actually, too. Let's talk about that whole MorphMarket shipping situation that popped up because I know it upset a lot of people, and I just feel like people, you got to understand things happen, bro. Have a backup for the backup.
What
That
happened?
part.
What
Like,
happened?
So basically, according to MorphMarket's official page, because they had to make a statement, Square, the company that almost everybody uses for like credit card processing and stuff like that, somehow there was something messed up in the system. So they had MorphMarket had got kicked off or shut down, whatever. Technology happens, glitches happen. So people weren't able to make or buy shipping labels because everybody love MorphMarket for their competitive price and their cheaper pricing for shipping labels. And because it's the winter time, certain states have a very small window to hurry up and ship snakes off before it gets too cold. So I get that everybody was trying, like in Memphis, it got up to 70s or whatever, it's warm, I could wear a t-shirt. But so people are trying to hurry up and ship stuff out before it gets back to below temperatures. But
Gotcha.
because of the issue that happened with Square and processing and whatever payments or whatever to the labels, people start panicking and I guess going off, attacking, trying to get customer service. If customer service exists, I don't know. With MorphMarket, with Darian and the crew, people on Facebook, they exaggerate everything and make everything seem like it's World War III. So they had to come out with a statement explaining what happened, why the people couldn't process shipping labels. And, people were upset. But here's the thing. When you're running a business because you're an entrepreneur, and this is just reptiles, because I know people who have clothing line business, restaurant businesses, whatever. When you're a small business, an entrepreneur, you're trying to make money, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You should always have other options. And yes, we do have other options. There's Redline, there's Ship Your Reptiles, there's Reptiles to You, there's other shipping, but nobody want to pay their prices. So, but if you're trying to ship your snakes out in a timely manner, you should always have like a nest or savings for just in case you have to go to those higher shipping things. I guess people are just too used or spoiled with MorphMarket and they don't expect technology to fail, or they don't think about one day technology might fail. I don't follow MorphMarket at all. It's technology. It's Square app. They can't control that. But you have to be prepared just in case rainy days or whatever, situations like this. And hopefully breeders learn from this situation. Otherwise, or they're probably on Facebook just complaining and whining like little babies. I don't know. Mad at Darian for whatever.
I'm gonna keep it a buck though, right? They really could if they were that pressed to ship. They could have just went to the other person for real. Like it wasn't even that deep. If y'all were that pressed to ship, then just go to
Mm-hmm.
more and go to Redline or go to Ship Your Reptiles or whoever you need to ship with and just ship. Like
Yep. And
acting like we
it's
don't have a whole other week or like weeks ahead. Most people don't even ship in January anyway, due to like a lot of people.
exactly
So like it's all good, bro. It's not that deep. Like Nikki said in the chat, the animal safety beats a sale every time.
everything. Yes.
It's not
Yes. And if
so
you gotta eat that cost, eat that cost. A lot of entrepreneurs eat costs.
yeah, and, but
Clothing line people, yeah, a lot of
that's,
people have to eat a cost.
yeah, that's if you that press to ship,
If you
or
that
you
press, yeah.
that press to ship. Now, if you that press to ship, or like let's say if it's not you and then it's the customer, then they need to just cover that cost if they that
Exactly.
press.
If they really that impatient and they want the animal right now, they don't want to wait until it's warmer. Well, then they gonna have to pay that premium. I'm sorry.
What to
Because,
do?
like Nikki said, the animal safety is more important. Either you be patient and wait, let the breeder hold on to the snake, or you got to pay that extra if Morph Market system is down. You just gonna have to pay Ship Your Reptiles or Redline or whatever. Just eat that cost, whether you the customer or the breeder. You just gonna have to eat that cost if you that impatient to wait on the
Yeah,
snake.
yeah. I mean, hey, some people just don't like Don D said. You want people to learn, you know, you're expecting too much. That's real. That's real. But you gotta have. I mean, hope, faith, that shit. Hopefully that they get that shit together. All that time
Right,
they could have shipped.
that
But
part.
double SL, that is because some people just suck. Doesn't matter if it's if it's tittle or reptile shipping. That's crazy work. What it do, Dicky? Appreciate you for tapping in.
What up?
Got my boy in the building. Wiz Cole. What it
What up? What
do?
up?
And I
Malaysia,
get
what's
it. Not
good?
everybody, and I get it. Everybody's trying to save a buck. I got no beef with Morph Market and their competitive pricing. But like today happened or yesterday happened, some things are outside of their control that they can't like a square. Since there are some things that what if the internet in general went down? What if and nobody could do anything? You still gonna be on Facebook whining and complaining? Like, come on now.
Facts. But that's just how that shit go. What you was gonna add to that, Ash?
Oh no, I'm not on Morph Market. I'm just listening.
Oh, oh okay, yeah.
This is
Yeah, Ash don't have these problems.
yeah. I mean, I will one day soon. That's why they're interesting. I love Morph Market, but yeah, I'm not a member like shipper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the current time, I got you.
I ship through
Um,
BNS Reptilia.
so
What
they,
up, Chris?
so they kind of flowed into the next topic. Well, pretty much about like how today's breeders are pretty much spoiled and don't really want
hmm
to work for stuff like whether it be figuring out how to get the ship, like get shipping to people, or just figuring out different avenues to ship, or just being patient, or like we were talking about earlier, putting in work for jeans that aren't cut and dry, that ain't just
Yeah,
straightforward the genes that are already out there or stuff like that. Like, what's y'all take on that?
I've noticed a lot. Well, I've noticed ever since we've been like advocating for Dinker projects and all this other stuff, a lot of pushback that I've been getting personally, in DMs or comments or Slack comments, besides that's a lot of rec space, is it's gonna take a long time. Well, it's gonna take a long time regardless because these are animals. You have to grow them up, and you're gonna have to take a long time trying to hit that quad and triple hits and all this other stuff. And I just feel like, and one thing I heard the most out of multiple people's mouths is, we gonna let y'all dinker people handle that and we'll buy it when it's proven. Or we'll buy into it once you have it in so many combos. Well, who said I want to sell it to
Well, that's
you once I get it in so many combos? I mean, it's cool, but it's like people are so spoiled. They want other people to do all the work and they just buy into it. They just buy the animals at the end instead of having fun and doing a little bit of work. Like they're afraid to do it. They like, no, I'll just wait till you do all the work. Then I'll come and put some money in your hand and make an offer.
That shit's crazy.
you
Like,
know, um, like in like in football, right? Some people like the violent nature in football. Some people like they say a lot of quarterbacks are cerebral. Um, some people like me, I like to look at the salary cap and see how it affects, things going forward. There's different aspects to football. And I say that to say I think there's different aspects to, us breeding. Some people breed for color, some people breed for pattern, some people breed to be part of the bandwagon, some people breed to be different. Some people breed for, a new experience. They just like cutting eggs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different conduits when it comes to this thing. And sometimes I think the different conduits kind of clash. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta appreciate why other people appreciate this sometimes. You know what I mean?
Man, what up?
Yeah. What up, Cookie Mine? But even if we're talking about, today's breeders are so spoiled, we talk in private, where you share stories because you've been in the game forever, where, share stories of how people shipped back in the day. Like how snakes were given to how you bought snakes and the type of snakes that came in, even from not just the wild, but even from domesticated, in captivity and stuff like that. Like a lot of stuff that you've grown and learned and stuff, and even the legends like the Brian Barcheks of the world or the Mike Wilbanks or whoever been in here 30 plus years. A lot of breeders today, including myself, never had to experience that. And so sometimes we become more complacent and spoiled, which is why you see more breeders complaining and whining about simple stuff like the whole MorphMarket shipping debacle. Like, they're having these fits and rage and being chaotic. And you're like, man, I had got a snake in a box with no heat before and no padding. Like, like what's the big deal? Why are y'all crying over,
UPS ground.
spoiled milk? I mean, per se.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they gonna do because they spoil.
It's
They
not, it's we just come a long way. It's a natural
bro.
maturing of our hobby. You know what I mean?
I mean, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, I still feel like some people are still just they want it to be given to them, bro. In the sense of like they want
Yeah.
something to be laid out. They want it to be laid out and already like they want the roadmap to be there without having to actually look for the roadmap. You know what I'm saying?
But
They want it
some
to already be there.
you get what you get with that too. Just like people like me, like the whole dinker thing, right? You get what you get with that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you come to a dead end, you hitting your head up against the wall trying to figure some stuff out. Sometimes people will say they just don't have time for that shit. And I respect it to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I respect that to the fullest, but those
See,
aren't the things that get my gears going after 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It just really, yeah.
I just feel like with that, it's like like when we constantly saying, like we constantly say, work what you like, or what I'm saying, be creative or figure out how figure out your own. I just feel like that shit be falling on like the same ears, bro. Like we be preaching to the same people. I feel like that
Nah,
a
you
lot.
see it.
And sometimes the people, and a lot of times, the people who keep breeding the same thing as everybody else is saying the same thing. Like, go your own way, do your own thing, stay in your own lane, yada yada yada. But they're doing the opposite of what they're preaching. Like they're being hypocrites.
I think that's weird, bro. I think it's
It's very
weird.
weird. I think it is too.
Talk about it,
It's
as you
all
like.
perspective. It's all
Okay.
perspective. So like let's say if for the last 4 years you were wearing Nikes, and then I threw a pair of Reeboks at you.
I
Okay,
know.
so you know, but Me and Elias, we over here wearing shoes. You know what I mean? Forget the sneakers. You just, so sometimes being different, sometimes they are being different. Like if they're so used to doing certain things this way, just sticking their toe in the water just to see how the water feels a little bit, that's stepping out the box. Whereas in there, people that live in the water, they playing, splashing, you know what I'm saying? But to that person, that's
What up, Carl?
being different because they're so used to, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking for like a more extreme difference or something shit. Cause like and no disrespect to anybody that's working this project, like working not even this project, like working with this gene in depth. Cause I have the gene as well, but like spot nose, bro, spot nose, it's spot nose.
Everything.
2025 was all spot nose, bro. Like literally almost every, and the combos are bad. They're dope. Don't get me wrong, they're dope. But I just feel like, so when are we gonna see, like between spot nose and chocolate? I feel like I've seen a lot of those this past year, right? And like we know that the bigger name breeders, and no disrespect to them, they doing what they do, but they're gonna do what they want to do as far as the bigger name breeders. But then it's like when it comes to smaller people or just people that are just not on that scale, and you have your own individual collection, your smaller collection, why is it that it's so hard for us to like, pivot a little bit? Like it's so hard. It's so hard, but I feel like that's due to people being afraid of the unknown at times when it comes to that shit.
And I feel like that is that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I feel like that is to play devil's advocate, because I always feel like I'm beating up people. To play devil's advocate, I feel like that's just a human nature thing. That's like an innate fear that we can't help it. Anything that we don't have a guarantee answer for, it kind of makes us hesitant. Like I do hear conversations, like I do hear conversations like Fred and AJ, I give them credit for this. They always talk about, let's try to find an alternative to spot nose. Like what can do similar things but not be that gene, but can have maybe a similar reaction. Like let's do an alternative. Let's try to find an alternative to that. And I give them credit for that, for at least trying, at least looking, at least searching, at least, trying to figure it out. Like I give them that credit. And like everybody say, even me, blackhead is in everything. Blackhead is in everything in everybody's collection when it comes to dark genes. But I do feel like eventually, some people are gonna stick with what they know, because they know blackhead does amazing work. Blackhead is amazing in a lot of combos. But I feel like there are gonna be certain people like us who are gonna say, let's find an alternative. Let's find something different, but can still give you the blackness. That's why I'm investing in trying to get more LC in my collection as an alternative to the blackhead.
Gotcha.
Mike's wire smoother. I find more fun in trying to figure things like this out.
Yeah.
What to make this look good with. Shout out to Big Mike. Shout out to England, my brother.
Yeah. 21st century. Yeah.
Yeah. But I find interest in trying to figure out how to make those things fit into with the spot noses. So like, because everyone loves spot nose. Yo, B, what up, B? I find interest in taking the gene that nobody knows and mixing it with spot nose.
The gene that everybody knows.
In. Yes, that's how you pull them in. Use spot nose. You know what I'm saying? Oh God, that looks drastically different from the spot nose. You have to use what they give you. And also, the more that people go left, the more room is going to be created on the right. Remember.
Hey, my man. My man,
The
a rapper.
pendulum always swings. Yep.
Yeah,
My man, a rapper.
This man got metaphors for days.
I'm telling you, sometimes when the enemy goes, you give. You know what I'm saying? You.
That's
My man, a
crazy though.
rapper.
So what it was, we done flow with that whole little topic. I can't even bring it back so I can kind of let you know what it was we was talking about. But what BJ, you hiding over there, ain't you?
I got the junior with me today.
What's up, big man? What's
My
up?
That
man
boy
got
got
the quarter zip.
that quarter zip on.
The quarter zip with the slacks.
Big double L is crazy in the chat.
My man said we going to business today. We in the
Yeah,
business.
we'll shine you out. Like, they talking about, so you saying 6'7"? That's
How do I get to see the thing? The chat.
Oh, I got it pulled up on my iPad because I can't see it on my phone.
Oh, all right, there we go.
You on your computer, ain't you?
Yeah, that Dark
but I
Angel is crazy.
I got the two
other day.
sides. The gym got the two sides. I don't know how to stop the two sides.
Oh, you can what you call it, the one side.
I got it back up. I got it back up.
But yeah, man, ultimately, bro, like a lot of people just like I said, like we're always preaching, find your own flavor, find your own lane when it comes to the breeding and all that extra. And it's just like, are we really listening? Like everybody's talking about it, but are people really listening? And then it's like when when you get to really bringing people into the hobby and explaining to new people, hey, this, that, and the third, like about it, like are y'all preaching that and like giving that information, like, okay, well, you know, like this stuff is cool, this is what we got, but if I like try to see, like, you know, just being a mentor to somebody and helping them find their own lane. A lot of people don't do that. Like they'll either, it's like you'll come in, you'll see what somebody got on the table, and then it's like you like that, but they don't never really like try to spark your interest in,
hey, go ahead. Where's he wild?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and pursuing more into that situation, like trying to find your own lane and pivot with it. People, I just feel like, I don't know.
DJ, you know what? Just real quick, something that I thought of when you were saying that, I thought of the ladies real quick. Like a lot of them are sticking to their guns. Like Ashley with the cryptic, you know what I mean? Tommy, she's sticking to her cryptic guns and the hypo guns. The Canadian Regis young lady,
clowns and stuff, and just being pure cryptic. Yep, and I
Canadian Regis sticks the TSK and the pieds and the crazy calicos and the, you know what I mean. That I can see a lot of people that look at Azani. Azani, his collection looks totally different. You know what I mean? He stuck to his guns with a certain gene. Look at Limey. You know what I mean? The pictures that Limey be posting, I just be like, what the fuck is it, Limey? Like, tell me what it is, man.
You're right. And I love that because Azani and Limey both are working paint, but they're both totally different. If you look at their Instagrams or whatever, even the stuff I bet you the stuff they're holding back that they're not even showing us, they are totally different. They are way more creative. They're way more like, it's just, and that's what I like to see. Of course, people are going to be, you know, paint this, ultramel this, clown this, you know, the blah, 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 blah. But can I see when I go on your Instagram page, or if I go on your YouTube channel, if you're a YouTuber or a TikTok, whatever, can I see something different, even if you and another breeder or 5 other breeders are working the same project? Or are we all just doing the same combos, the same 3 or 4 hits, whatever, visuals or whatever? Or when it comes to incomplete dumb.
Azani's living in Jedi. Certain people, when they live in those pockets, to me, that's when you could, you know, it's to me, it's almost like a way of life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I'm doing this shit regardless. Like me and Tri-Stripe. It don't matter. I'm just a Tri-Stripe person.
And no matter what you look at, no matter what you're looking into, whatever you're researching, you like Malice or Tri-Stripe. It has to fit in one of those. Otherwise, you don't want it.
I think,
you stick it to your guns.
But I think also with that comes with time. Like I don't think that's something that someone's gonna jump into the hobby as a new breeder and do, unless they just have this one animal that they seen and they were just like, oh yeah, I'm all in on that. Because a lot of times when people get in, you see so much. It's like hundreds of different mutations. You know what I mean? Different combos. I like them all. So you just getting into all of them until you get into the breeding aspect. That's when you can actually start simplifying your projects and say, this is what I want to chase and try to recreate.
Well, that's what I'm. Well, that's really what I'm catering to. More so the breeder
Recreate or create.
create.
Recreate or
90%,
create.
90% is recreate. When you first get in, it's recreate. You're trying to make this because you're not thinking invest.
You're damn right. You're right.
You know what I mean? Like you're not jumping right in thinking, let me drop 20,000 unless you're a business-minded person. Yeah. So 90% of the people that just get in, they're recreating what they seen. Because if I could spend 200 and make this $500 animal, I'm gonna do that. Not thinking, let me go ahead and invest in this $500 animal and take it to the next level. Because they don't see the next level until they got the experience in the game.
Well, that's what I was kind of getting to when it came to the person that's introducing them or bringing them into it. Nurture, not necessarily like holding their hand, but guiding them with it, bro, and giving them information that'll help them continue to be different and grow. My thing is, I feel like when somebody brings you in, when somebody brings you into it, that's it. They just bring you into it and just leave you for yourself. Like it's no real,
or they just use you, to purchase their byproducts. like with all these Patreons and stuff. Like I just need, I'll mentor you as long as you buy what I don't want to keep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you see a lot of that in the hobby.
And I honestly dislike that, bro. Like in the sense of like, I get that you're gonna have byproduct, and I get that you're gonna have people. Everybody got different ways of life, different, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's checkbook, everybody's account is different. So you can get what you can afford and what you know what I'm saying? And you can make shake what you can make shake. I get that. But I just feel like sometimes people don't even put the information out there for you to make your own conscious decision on the side of what you want to do within the hobby itself. They kind of already gave you a roadmap of certain things. And that's when I say, a lot of people are just okay with that. Like they just decide, okay, well, so and so said, I'm gonna use a quick instance. Like Justin had just did that. They just did that video of what they think is gonna be the hot jeans for 2026, and all this other the what they forecasted for 2026. I guarantee you, based off of the followers that they have, a lot of that stuff is gonna shape and mold the hobby next year based off of just a few
next seasons. And yep.
And
it's not just brand new breeders, it's breeders who's been in the game for a long time, because they need people like Justin to tell them what to breed, because they don't have the creative mind.
Or they just don't try. I feel like they don't try. Like it's easy to see a 4-gene combo on MorphMarket, but then like really they don't really sit there. Sometimes they don't really sit there and dissect it and say, okay, well, I know that this gene, if I wanted to further this project, and let's say I wanted to do an allelic combination of 2 or 3 genes in that project or that in that snake, and I wanted to then double up on it. Sometimes they don't think about shit like that. They just looking at the snake. Oh, okay, well, it's a Pompeii. I can make shit. We can use the Pompeii. It's a Pompeii. I'm gonna try to make either more Pompeii.
I think like different people come in at different levels, bro. So us here in America, right? If you look at the people overseas in like England, what you said, it would probably be the opposite. In England, people tend to stick to a couple of recessives. Their collections aren't all over the place like ours are. You know, again, using the spoiled word, or maybe it's access. You know, maybe we have access to too much and we become overloaded. But either way, there's something that makes those people not do too much. And a lot of us do. They're the same people, same water, same blood, same TV, same all of that.
Now a lot of them,
So,
a lot of them, depending on what location in Europe, they can't overbreed like or overproduce like us because there's a limit on either how they house the snakes or how they house or how many feeders they have. Like Big Mike, shout out to Big Mike. All his animals are on frozen thaw because of the rules and regulation. Some people in Europe can't do all that because they can't, produce and breed the way that we do here in America.
but I say
Or
that to say, look at their projects though. Look how
yeah,
focused their projects are
yeah,
because of that.
they're because they're
You
they're so
have
limited. Yeah.
generations of
Hmm.
Barry, of this, the normal, the hets, the visual, the super, you have,
Yep.
he's focused on it because of whatever reasons.
Yep.
Limitation.
Whatever reasons.
Yeah,
What up?
I got
yeah,
a
I
question.
agree with that 100%. I feel
Let me
like
ask.
I just watched the dude. This is third episode. He in the Philippines, and he had to get his animals congested because there's no way, there's no
Right.
way this man's animals is this insane. And his first breedings was like world first 7 gene clown combo. And he's like, this is my first video. And it's just insane. You know what I mean? So I will say it depends on who you have access to and who gonna teach you. You know what I mean? Because just because you listen to Justin don't mean you have to follow Justin. Because when I came in, I listened to Justin and I looked at his model of how he got to where he is and took that. The animals he produced, beautiful animals, but I know for a fact I'm not chasing nobody. So it's like I like to see animals that you produce. I like what you're doing, but the model that you took to get to where you are, that's what I'm following. So it is different ways for different people to do different things. And I think, like y'all said, like in them areas, they got to be focused. They have to, because one, it's new in some of these places. So you're already limited on the stock that you can get. Like if you can send mallets to Europe, somebody in Europe will want it. You know what I mean? But not everyone has the access to be able to send the animal to this place. So it's like, who you gonna shop from? You can only shop from a select few people, and whatever genes them select few people got, that's basically all you can get.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And that will
There's a
shape your
lot of
projects.
ways.
Yep.
There's a lot
Yep.
of ways. Depends on who. If you have a mentor when you first come in, how do they think? The way that they think may shape you. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Your mentor may pick up on something. Oh, you like hypo. Oh, okay. You like cryptic, not kryptons or clowns. Oh, you know what? There's not that many hypo cryptics that be floating around, you know? There's not, for whatever reason, people haven't done those combos together. People haven't taken that down the road too much. You might pick
Yeah,
up on a new person like that, say, hey, you like this and that, and put it together and kind of guide them in that direction. Nothing wrong with that.
I know, man. You all here spilling the juice, man. You spilling the juice.
Hey, sometimes you just got to say stuff because, like when you're looking at it, like literally, you just don't see it for some odd reason. You see Krypton, but
Yeah,
no. Uh,
yeah. So do you think something I've been hearing a lot lately, like when I first came in, it was a lot. I like the fact that everyone's able to share and we're talking about projects and we're building together and all of that. So now once we starting to get established, not you, because you already, salute to you, you've been, you know what I mean? But the ones that's like 3 years in, 4 years in, now I'm starting to hear a lot of us talking about secret squirrel projects. Where when we first came in, it was like we ain't like you if you had secret squirrel projects. If you couldn't tell us what was in it and all that, it was y'all like a little shade type of beef type of thing. And then now we're turning into them same people. So
Nothing
do
wrong
you
with
feel
that.
like I don't neither, but the hypocrisy behind it can taint the image of what we're actually trying to do.
It might just be maturity, man. You know, there's a point when you go from not liking girls to hitting them and thinking they cute. You know what I'm saying?
understanding the process. I would say it is that understanding the process. When you first get in, you want people to tell you everything. Tell me. And then once you realize, it's like, now I understand why you weren't telling.
Sometimes I don't want to know everybody's shit. I like the element of surprise when it comes to this breeding thing. You know what I mean? Like, slap. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit. You know, like, okay, I like that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah. Nah, I be wanting to know what be in some stuff. I don't really care about people projects because my projects are self-focused. But like, if I see something and I like it, it's like I like to try to learn what's the breakdown in this. Like, what's the morph breakdown of what you just created, so that I can see which stuff weighs the most in this project to be able to actually break it down on my own. That's my whole reason of wanting to know what be in stuff. Just take bits and pieces out of it, see how it work.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, see how it work.
Okay, well, all right, well, on to the next topic then. Since that kind of worked. So we also were touching bases on the differences between breeders of yesterday's time, today's time, and how you basically keep up with the times as others get left behind.
It ain't no way to keep up with the times because these is animals.
I was finna say, what is keeping up with the times? Well, like, what does that look like for certain people? Because I think that's all subjective.
Yeah, I can agree.
Breeding mentality, I think. If we're talking about breeding, if we're talking about projects, it depends. Like homeboy, the good man Chris Herndon, right? When we look into his stuff, he didn't do a lot or doesn't do a lot of recessives, right? Up until maybe recently. So I mean, I love his stuff, and it doesn't have to have a recessive anything in it. So would we say that he's kept up with the times? I would say, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
In his lane, in what he's doing, he's ahead of the times. Honestly, you can say he ahead of the times in certain different avenues.
That man, Mark Mandic, one of my favorites. I look at him in a different way. Literally every 4 or 5 years, he rolls out a new gene. You call it what you want to call it. Think about it what you want to call it. But that's what he does. Every 4 or 5 years, he rolls out a new gene. You know, and I feel like he's stayed with the times. Um, you know, we have Scrambler right now. We have Jaguar right now. We have those crazy looking pieds right now. You know, this guy has orange dreams that are in a lot of cases more orange than Ozzy's and Chris Herman. Like,
orange.
So yeah, orange. Like, so, you know,
No
when we're talking about staying up with the times, those are people who been here and then look at them today. So I would give them as examples of, you know, people that are staying with the time. I don't even think they trying. They just
doing it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel like they more so they navigate pretty much how to, like, those pioneers of the game, I like to call them, they kind of navigate kind of like where a lot of the stuff is going though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like almost like they're not necessarily keeping up with the time, but it's like they're creating the time.
They're creating, yeah. They're
So
creating
like,
the trends.
I'm gonna say this. If Justin tried to do that, he'll fall off. Justin has to, I feel, me personally, I feel like his collection is amazing. But I feel like if he was to just focus just in on just this, it's only but so far that he can actually keep going.
That's not what he's here for. That's, you know what I mean? That you know, that's
and that's why I'm saying he's the head of his time of what he's doing. The gene pack, the project, the making names for stuff. That's him. You know what I mean? So when we say keeping up with times, it's based on what category are you aiming for? Are you aiming for the person that's hitting these super recessive combos, or are you looking for the person that's making these beautiful quality base projects?
But either way, they're relevant. They're keeping up with the times, no matter what the lane they're creating them. You know, and I'll trust me, I love the create your own lane type of deal. But they are all staying with the times, all of them in their own right. All of those dudes.
Yeah.
So who would not be keeping up with the times?
I wouldn't say that on here.
Not
like naming the people.
I'm just saying the type of breeder person that would not be keeping up with the times.
I think honestly, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, I can't say that without
giving say he's not keeping up with the times because he's doing exactly what he wants to be doing in this period and what he likes to do. But if it was anybody from when I first got in to now,
I was finna say I have a perfect example.
If it was anybody from when I first got in to now, I would have to say Billy Rowe. And the only reason I'm gonna say that is because he stays in his lane. When I came in, I looked at him, I seen him, he's stuck there. He never switched and wavered because everything was moving. He stayed right there. So
what's up, Jody?
If you want to look at it from me personally, when I came in, I seen him building projects, and then he got to a point to where he was like, these are all so magnificent. What else can you do? And he stayed in it. You know what I mean? Where I switched over to look at Justin, and I see Justin constantly growing projects, constantly growing different names and different this, and I don't even know what's in it. It's just a bunch. I got to figure it out. They're on two different lanes. So if I was a new person coming in and it was my experience, I would say he would be the only person that I would say that stopped in his lane. But he's still doing this thing.
Stayed in his lane, but stayed within the same.
Yeah,
I get it. Like the same.
I will say this. I do have a perfect example. There are certain breeders, I'm not going to say any names, but they're local to me. They've been in the game longer than I've been in the game, and I first bought my first ball python in 2015. I see them at certain repticons or show me shows or whatever, and when I say not keeping up with the times, they haven't conformed to anything. All they do, and they probably love it. They probably have no issues. So I'm not saying it's bad, but you know, with the market and everything changing, with technology, with selling online, with shipping snakes through FedEx, all this other, everything is progressing and evolving, and they are still like back in the day. You know, the snakes, I'm only producing bales and I'm only producing this and I'm only selling locally at these reptile shows. I'm not shipping nothing out. I'm not doing you're not going to see me, you know, using red line or any of this other stuff. I'm only and like I said, they could be happy, they could be making money, they could be cool. But from the outside looking in, a lot of people would say that breeder is not keeping up with the times because the market is steady evolving. I don't even think that person even has a MorphMarket. I don't even think they looked at a MorphMarket. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but again, from the outside looking in, the hobby is moving forward. The hobby is progressing, and they are like, only Tennessee repticons, and that's it. Don't ask me to do nothing. If you don't catch me at these shows, you're not getting none of my snakes. Like, I'm not doing none of this extra stuff. I'm not promoting on social medias. You're not gonna see a video. You're not gonna see a TikTok. You're not gonna see none of that. And like I said, they probably still love. I mean, they still doing it. I see them at every show. They probably love what they do. But for the new breeder coming in, they probably wouldn't want to be mentored by that person because that person's not going to help them progress. They're going to keep them right there at a certain level and stuck there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if I was a baby breeder, I mean I am, but if I was a baby breeder today, like investing in my very first, 1 male, 2 females, I wouldn't go to that person. I'm sorry, I would not go to that person because it's like you don't. If I ask you anything about these different morphs or combos or MorphMarket, you gonna look at me like, what the heck is that? That
So what
particular
they
person, I know.
so what they selling then? Like
Just simple
pinstripe?
combos, just simple combos like bells, pinstripes. They might have a pod here or there, but you're not gonna see a Batman on their table. You're not gonna see a ultra male hypo on their table. You're not gonna see or any byproduct of a project like that. You're not gonna see none of that stuff. They appeal to like the everyday pet keeper. Again, the repticles of Tennessee. If you not gonna catch them now, you ain't gonna catch them at all. Like they just real seclusive. Or reclusive. I don't know the word. Done. I don't know English.
That's cool. I think that's pretty cool. Like they're in it for their passion. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
not in it for
Yeah.
everything else. I'm in it for my passion. This is what I enjoy.
Yeah.
This past
Yeah. And like I said, I'm not dissing them or anything, but I'm just saying if you're trying to be a breeder, a brand new breeder, you might not go to a person like that for mentorship because they can help you with a lot of things because they've been in the game for a long time, but they can only help you so far. They're not going to teach you how to ship a snake out, like because they don't do it. Like they've never done it, so it's like you're going to hit a ceiling for certain breeders like that.
Yeah.
At least learning from.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. You want to add to that, Ash?
It's not a passion. If all you're doing is making animals that you've been making, it's not a passion anymore. It's just a job or it's just a hobby.
Yeah.
It's not a passion.
Yeah, it's just something to do.
Yeah.
It could be their retirement job for all we know. They ain't got nothing else to do, so I'm just gonna breed these snakes and sell them at Repticon shows.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's real. Can't have them just sitting around. Might as well use them for something.
If that's the case, then that kind of pivots to the next question. And with topic with the times being a little bit more technology based, a little bit more faster with certain things. A lot more breeders are getting into more like project stacked animals and stuff like that. What did that say? Like that's the breeder standpoint, but as far as the pet keeper standpoint, do we see them evolving with the times as well?
Mm-hmm. They're definitely evolving. Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, for the people in the chat that I know we talked about it, but for the people in the chat that need a little bit more context, I say that meaning they don't want just the regular, we selling them pods and bells and shit that looks drastically different from
bananas,
look drastically different from a regular orange dream or a pinstripe and shit like that. Now a lot more the pet keepers they're gonna start wanting the things that are, gene that got some genes in it that looks very appealing and look different. So trying to give them byproduct from your misses from the hets and all that. How's that gonna work? I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing a het,
it's still gonna work because the more you make, the less it costs. So if I can spend $50, if I can spend $15 on a normal, then I can spend $30 on a pastel, then I can spend $60 on a pie, then I can spend $120 on a Batman. I spend $120 on the Batman if I was a pet person, like if that's what I like, you know what I mean? Because I'm getting a quality, all of them are quality animals, but I'm getting something that looks different at the same price that I was willing to spend anyway. If that makes sense.
For a person to want to hit like a Batman, Desert Ghost, hypo, whatever. what's gonna be the byproduct from that, B?
You said a what?
If you're trying to make Batman in DG and Hypo, the byproduct from that is what's the pet market is going to be looking at. The byproduct, the spot noses, the leopards,
yeah,
the clowns, right? So the pet people are looking at pies and bananas and candies and bright things, and it's harder to sell an orange dream male that's triple het DG Xanthic pie or DG Xanthic clown. You know what I mean? In times past, the pet people wanted that orange dream because it was something different than their normal. Now they're tired of looking at their orange dreams, their black pastels, their spot noses, and they're looking at the next level stuff. So yes, the pet level people are also evolving, which makes it harder for our really low end byproduct. If you're trying to make, I don't know, an orange dream Xanthic DG clown, you know, and you're trying to make a super OD, you're building it on both sides or whatever, I guess some of your byproduct might be orange dreams. It's just harder to sell that damn orange dream. Like, who the fuck's gonna want a fucking orange dream?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those are just tough realities of what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Some people, and some people I've noticed, because I've sold a lot of snakes. I think since October I've sold like maybe 30 plus snakes, and some people are pet people are not just choosing just a regular pied or just a yellow belly pied. Like they are actively searching and choosing the orange dream pies, or and a lot of them I've noticed, they want at least pet people, they want the 50-50. They don't want the high white, but they also don't want the low white, at least from what I've gathered from my small selection of selling snakes. It's like they want, if they gonna get a pie, they want the pie to look like a pie. They don't want it to, I gotta flip it upside down and look under the belly to see the white, And so, but also they don't want the all white snake with just the one black dot either. So yeah, they're evolving too. They're getting way more picky with the pies and bales that they see now that they like. So I agree. At least from my small sample of selling.
How picky they gonna get with a damn bell, but
that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying though, would you all right if you
not bell, ivories, because at least ivories have some of them, the combos have like the little yellow streak. They can see something in it. Yeah. What up?
But yeah, so if you on your table, if you put that orange dream, triple hat, hypo, or whatever it may be, and you put that on your table at $200 because that's what it's worth to a breeder per se, and then you got the Batman, just a straight up Batman on your table for $200, they're gonna be looking like, why is this on? I'm not gonna get this just orange dream, even though it got these hats to make power. They're not gonna look at that because they still looking at the price point that they came in to spend at. So if you put that orange dream on your table at $5 without no hats compared to that same orange dream with triple hats, it's a total different price range. So that's the aspect I was looking at in terms of if you put the byproduct on and it's a $200 animal as a byproduct versus the orange dream yellow belly hurricane pie, and you put that on there for the same price. I'm gonna take the pie over that orange dream. Same price.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no solution to that yet. So we're not gonna, there's no sense of sitting here trying to, there's no solution.
Trying to go
I
back and
wonder though,
forth.
like, what if there was a site? Like, what if there was a site? What if this the dumbest name, Pet Daddy, only because that's an actual animal? What if it was a site or a section that just had strictly your hat stuff? So where like MorphMarket has, you can go in and just type hat, and it'll pull up all different types of hat, everything. I think that would be more intriguing to a newer person coming in because now you can actually, you don't think so? But you can get exactly what you're looking for.
New people only care about hats depending on who their mentor might be, or if they're watching the right YouTubes or something. They just want a pretty animal.
That's true.
Yeah, they don't give a damn about a hat.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, where it said I'm selling byproducts, not listing hats and just get an OD price or whatnot. That's smart. I know a couple people that do that.
Yeah,
And
facts.
yeah, you luck up and breed and hit something crazy, you're gonna be excited. Like that's the thrill
Or
behind
pissed.
it also.
What up, B?
Or you're gonna be pissed
Yeah.
because you end up with a fucking pie that nobody told you about.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
it depends on how you handle it too, though. Like if they're breeding, then that's different. But it's like if they're not breeding,
for
they just
pets,
breed the
people
animal.
don't give a shit about hats.
Yeah, that's what we're saying, pretty much.
Yeah, it's gonna get harder. So I mean, just the tough reality of this thing that we do.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
Nah, that's great.
Yeah. What's
What
up,
else did
B?
we talk about this week, man? We talked about a lot this week.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Okay.
Yo, my bad, bro. I'm just had to get over a migraine before I jumped on.
Oh, you good,
Oh,
homie.
yeah, bro.
Always good. Always good.
I had to go do some troubleshooting down the barn. I wasn't getting water for some reason.
I don't have the list or nothing like that. So DJ,
What up? What up? What up? What up, Larry?
I mean,
What up,
Let's
Wiz?
see. Um,
I think that was
we
towards the end.
also had that we talked about the future of shed testing and flooding, available animals.
That was kind of, that kind of goes right into what we were talking about. You know what I mean? Shed testing just magnifies what we were just talking about.
Yeah, because people they're not holding on to these animals. They let them go as soon as they get them test results.
Do y'all find y'all?
Some people know it ain't hat and would still put pos hat.
There is another question or topic we were talking about. If people are willing to share and be honest, how many different ways has any of the people who have bred snakes lost their males?
Oh man. So I'll talk about my one way that happened a couple of years ago. I used cypress mulch, or I used cypress mulch at the time. And as y'all know, the male, his hemipenes, come out. And as you also know, the female, she's, tail wags and her scent glands, are spreading throughout the place, right? So this 1 year, 2 years ago, my male ended up with an infected hemipene. And I happened to, I don't know, a month or two prior to that, when the female was tail wagging, I actually saw particles of cypress mulch get stuck to her, whatever she was, you know what I mean, dragging. If you've ever had a female on paper and she does that tail wagging thing and she's spreading her scent glands, you can actually see the trails on the paper. You know what I'm saying? So if you imagine anything like dirt is gonna stick to something wet and moist like that. So I lost a male like that because something got stuck up into his hemipenes when he retracted or whatever, however, and yeah. So this
Wow.
year, when I breed, I don't breed on mulch. After they ovulate, I'll then put them on cypress mulch. But and then they'll stay like that until I start breeding again. So yeah, during breeding season for me, straight paper.
Mm.
Mm. I
You
learned
know
something new.
what you saying that I feel like I've experienced that my first year with my first male
Mm,
because he ended up having the prolapse. And when I looked
mm,
at it, I seen like stuff in there. I didn't know what it was. I looked on YouTube at how to fix it and sugar watered and all of that type of stuff and try to push it back. And then it went back and it was
mm,
good. And then the next time when I went to pair him again, happened again.
Yes.
And I was like, gee, and he ended up passing or whatever. Like it was no return. So yeah, I definitely think I experienced that before. And I didn't know until you just said that's a possibility. I wouldn't have never knew that.
man, it's just as simple as us dipping our finger in some water, right, and throwing it in the cypress mulch. How much you think is gonna stick to our finger?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Mm.
That's
Quite a bit.
interesting. I use Cypress March at that time too. That's interesting.
yeah, I think the same with the cocoa, all of that. So if y'all notice, even in my pictures when I breed, like this year, because last year was the first year of my move, so I didn't want to change too many things, the temperature, the room, the place. So I left the mulch, but now, no mulch. Not when I'm
Mhm.
breeding. No. What up, Banna?
What's up? What up, Bestie?
That's interesting.
I lost a
Yeah.
male. That was the first male I lost. The second male I lost, that
That's
dude
good.
just ain't want to go back eating. No matter what I
Mhm,
did.
mhm,
No matter what I did. Like I paired him. He ate. I paired him, and then as soon as I came out, as soon as I took him out, they say give him a snack. So I tossed him a little when he ate it. The next time I went back to do it, he didn't want to eat no more. And it was
mm,
like I didn't know if it was because I paired him to a different female
Broke
or
'em.
what it was. Because the different female, she was already proven. So like she was doing the tail wag, all that. So he could have been way too excited, or I don't know what it was. But he
You
mhm.
never
broke.
went back on food. Like never went back on food.
You broke 'em.
I ain't breaking shit from him. It wasn't me.
You broke 'em.
It wasn't me. So yeah, I lost two males, man, the past 3 years from breeding practices.
That's crazy. What?
Anything
What?
else
What?
I lost
Let
had
me.
to do with like the PVC rack not changing my heat tape, allowing it to like overheat on certain levels. Like the thermostat can read one thing, but certain levels fluctuate on the heat tape, not changing the heat tape, stuff like that.
Not including my boa. I did lose one male ball python, and he was relatively young, like 2 years old. He bred a clutch previously. Took him to the vet. Come to find out, he died of kidney failure. Had
Wow.
no idea. Had no idea that was possible until that. So that's the only male ball python that I've ever lost.
Wow. Wow.
I've
He
had
was
a
doing good.
female
He was
kill a
doing
male
great,
before.
and then just everything went down fast, just like that.
I've had a female kill a male before. At least I believe she killed him. I believe she killed him. It's the
Mm.
last time I ever bred honey. This is my oldest snake ever. This is my
What?
23-year-old. Yeah. Yep. Never bred her again, yo.
That's
Mm.
I
Like do
still
you
Yeah.
don't know what happened, but I feel like she killed them.
do
Like
you,
she killed them, bro.
did
I
you hear
believe it. I believe it because my mentors, they had a snake that a female, they had to retire and no longer breed again because they actually went in and caught her with the male in her mouth.
See, and
Like she,
that's
like they,
crazy.
but the thing was, this particular female will only breed with one certain male. Every other male they threw in seasons after that one particular male that she likes, she kept hissing, thrashing, trying to fight, and they had to double and triple check, like make sure we ain't got two males. No, because she locked and gave us eggs. She's a female, so they did all that, and then one day they stuck a different male in. They said we're gonna try this one more time with a different male, and put them in. They didn't hear any thrashing. They didn't hear her hiss. They walked out, came back to check on them to see if they locked, and she is almost about to eat this dude. Like his head is literally in her mouth, and they had to rescue him. Luckily, he didn't die, and they got put ointment on his head and stuff like that. But she almost killed that man, and they was like, "Yep, we're not gonna breed her no more. If all she wants is a particular male that we don't plan on breeding to her ever again, ain't no point in using her. She's useless at this point."
Wow. Wow.
She a pet only at that point.
Yeah.
Nah, they sold her as a pet only, and they told whoever bought her, don't try to breed her. She gonna kill the male. She don't play.
I don't think I've ever experienced.
I'm sorry.
I've never experienced that a ball python eating another ball python.
Me neither. But that's listen, man. I think my girl Honey, I think she wrapped up my homeboy though. Like I think she wrapped him up.
And choked him. Yeah, wrapped him and choked him. Yeah.
I don't know if he smelled like a rat or something. When I tried to feed him, I don't know what happened, but yeah.
These animals are crazy. They crazy. When they say they have a personality on their own, you never know. You might get one that just do not want to breed at all, and you constantly throwing a male in there. They gonna show you better than they can tell you.
I told you. I told you.
Who this mine in my tub? Who is this mine in my tub?
Belt to ass. Get the snake out of here. That's crazy word.
That is crazy. Because that's the mammal stuff. Like I see mammals do that a lot.
Oh yeah.
They definitely taking the male out. But I ain't think reptiles was that savage too.
Shoot. They don't like how it smells.
Look at hognose.
Oh yeah. That's true. Hognose,
Yeah.
I feel for hognose breeders. I'd be so mad if I invest in a male. Come back and he gone. I know it's been some heartaches. Wallet's just gone. Wallet just out the door. I just bought this Condra or Conda, whatever those fancy morph is, and he dead now.
This guy albino, snow something, and he gone. Yeah. Quick too.
Could you imagine you was also having your time wasted because you was raising this snake up and you just knew this pairing was the pairing that it took you to the next level, and that shit ate. You put that shit in the tub and the female ate that motherfucker. Oh,
you just hope that he got to get something in beforehand, so it was worth the effort at least.
That shit is wild, bro. That's wild, bro. I
ain't gonna lie. I'll be so pissed. I sell that female. I get that female away. I do so like, low down.
Salute to them breeders right there, bro. Because they definitely taking risk and playing Russian roulette with that shit. Because
I have nothing but respect for those breeders because I can't do it.
That female just said, "Fuck it, this is the day that I ain't feeling like breeding shit. I'm hungry," and she just yeah, that's crazy work, bro. I would be pissed. Imagine if that shit was in ball pythons, bro.
It would. Hey, I tell you what. Yeah, we'll have a lot less ball python breeders. I tell you that.
And everybody when they're preaching, get your gene pack males, get your gene pack males. That you decide to finally get your gene.
No, get your gene pack females and breed to a simple gene male that you don't tell if he dies.
That is crazy work.
Oh man.
I was watching this spider video and the spider breeder. He was saying that's a big thing in the spider industry too.
Mhm.
Gotta be careful, and they so
Oh
fast.
yeah.
They do that. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
females eat the males. It's cool. I think that's an
So
Scorpions
from
do
what
that
I
too.
guess, it's like 50-50 with that shit though. Maybe even more towards the female eating the male.
Jesus.
It's like I from what the videos I've all seen, like that shit looks like a 50-50 shot, man. It's like a gamble.
Yeah, it is.
I think
It
it's like
is.
that with wasps too, bro. Like certain wasps. I think
Yep.
hornets or whatever. Like if the female, the man, that shit cool. The queen bee or they get the lay, and a certain animal get the laying the eggs inside the male, and then when it hatch, the male just die. All kind of shit. They eat the male from the inside. That's some
Yeah.
underwater.
Yep.
Crazy.
That's
That's
wild.
wild.
I know the
Quick
exact wasp you're talking about.
Yeah. Quick question from the chat. With that, how y'all feel about hybrids? I just found out I can breed a king snake to my fox snake.
Jesus. I don't judge. I have nothing against hybrids as long as they make sense. And what I mean by that is don't try to breed
The boa
an
to a boa.
arboreal snake to a terrestrial snake. I feel like you're messing both snakes up. Like you just screwing it up. Like trying to make what was that? The chondros mixed with the carpondros, whatever, with the carpets or whatever. I don't think you should do stuff like that. When it comes to snakes that are like low to the ground and don't do much, like ball pythons and bloods, I love it. It's amazing. I
What is
do
that
like
called?
I don't know, because I thought it was, for the longest time, I thought it was Angry Balls, but I realized that wasn't it. That was Angolan and ball python. I was wrong. So I think it's blood balls or something. I don't know, but as long as it makes sense. And it's
They got
not, you're not trying to breed a king snake to a ball python. I think that's, it gotta make sense. It can't be too extreme.
What's the one they call a bat eater? Isn't that a retic and a berm or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. A retic is something. Yeah, it's either a retic and a berm, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because you'd cross a rock python and a berm, you get a cat eater.
They said them motherfucking rock pythons are evil. Them shit's mean. Them shit's
They got a bunch of them in Florida.
They got a bunch in Florida. We have 2 at the Memphis Zoo, and if you get too close to that enclosure, they popping off. They mean even in the enclosure.
Wow, those are the ones that eat the gazelles.
Meanwhile, the Burmese python is just chill, like, hey, I'm just happy to be here. When you gonna give me a rabbit?
Isn't the rock python the most, like the heaviest bodied one, not the longest one?
So.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I just know when I first got into the hobby, they had like 2 of them shits at a Replicon, and I'm just like, what the is that? Yeah,
I
that
don't
ain't
care what hybrids anybody makes. Just leave the fucking green trees alone.
That part. Look, now that I got one, I'm very overprotective. I'm like, yeah, leave him alone. Don't bother them.
Leave me the fuck alone.
We gotta get Dre on here, the snake god on here one day, Dre.
Hey,
yes, we do got to get him on there.
If he was to be on 15 Minutes of Lame, he could have won. That dude is hilarious.
Oh yeah, his reels are naturally
Dude is hilarious, bro.
It would be no competition. He would have won off the bat.
That dude is hilarious. That would have been him and Lace would have been a pretty good one. Him and Lace would have been.
Yo, Borneo is just like got the craziest fucking shit attached to it.
Borneo bat eater tarantula.
What the world?
That don't sound.
That
nice
sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah, that don't sound nice at all.
But again, overall, I have no issues with hybrids. I will never attempt one, but I would love to have one as a pet. Like I would love to have an angry ball or a blood ball or something like that just as a pet, but I'm not going to attempt it to breed it.
Reminds me, the island of Moreau.
Ever since who was it? Dylan educated me a bit more on hybrids. I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
That night we were in the Discord and he educated me a lot on them. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I like to see him. I don't know if I purposely make one myself, but yeah, I like to see him. I think it's pretty
care what
different.
anybody does.
I think it's different. I think it's pretty different. Like geneticists, I think geneticists would actually like it. You know what I mean?
Do y'all feel like the temperaments of like, I don't know. I know they say like temperaments and stuff like that can be passed down through like the breeding and shit. Like, you know how you got certain good eater snakes, and then like the babies could potentially have like those same characteristics. Do you feel like that's the same when it comes to the hybrids? Like, you know how you got like, I mean, I know we don't breed them ourselves, but I was just thinking like, you know, if that's something that's, you know, probably a thing too. Like they
But
could probably
ball
like
pythons the only snakes that like go off of food like that, like just from random for it smacked me in the face. Pause. Like ball pythons the only snakes that do that, or are other snakes do that too?
they're turned off like they just don't want to eat.
Yeah.
They don't want. I don't know. That's a good question.
Who knows? It may be mixing it with a snake that doesn't do that actually helps. It never like maybe I'm pretty sure a burn ball will never go off food. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure or a blood ball or whatever, because those snakes don't care. They're gonna eat. You can move them, you can change their enclosures, you can do all this stuff. They still gonna eat. They don't care.
I'm interested to see how the burn ball project works out with the recessives.
Oh yeah. I would love to see how that goes.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. See if they can hit like, I think, didn't they hit a clown in that or something? Like somebody hit a clown.
It was a cryptic something.
Or they bred a
clown.
I know somebody bred a clown to a burn. Not
He
this
got
that.
Eternal Morph, he has het. He has clown burns.
Hypo granite clown burn balls or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure how all that works. Probably the same way, just I don't know.
But he was also saying that it's a skill to it. Like you just can't just get a ball python and put it to a burn, because a lot of people that was trying was getting a lot of slugs and getting a lot of like not happening. So he said,
does it only work one way, like male to female for which side? Like say like a female burn, a male pipe ball. It only works one way.
I think he was saying that you need a female burn, and he said preferably between the ages of 5 and up, and then you need a male ball python that's at least 3 to 4 years old. Like if you try to use a 1,800 gram 2-year-old, you might get slugs. So he was saying he had more success with more older females and males. So yeah.
I think he went live earlier today, and they were trying to say that people were saying that he think he have a god complex because all the
Island of Monroe. You ever see that movie?
No.
So Island of Monroe is an old movie where on an island where they took all these animals and then they conducted experiments and made hybrids with them all. And obviously it was a catastrophe.
Oh wow.
That's why I refer to like the hybrid breeders as like Dr. Moreau type stuff.
Are they is that based off of like a true story?
I'm not sure.
I know it's a true place called like Monkey Island or something. Somebody was doing tests on all them monkeys on that island, and then they had to release them or something, and all the monkeys just basically took over, and you can't even go on the island because they just overran with them monkeys.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that was a thing. That's kind of like what Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
Planet of the Apes. That's some crazy shit. That's interesting. But yeah, man. I mean, that's all I got.
So that was the week. That was what we talked about this week. You know what I mean?
Talked about so. Like,
yeah, sorry I was late, man.
Yeah.
Good.
Shout out to Wisco. I had to hit one of your moves, that you do on Sophisticated. I don't know what happened to Elias. Elias disappeared. But
Yo, shout out to Wiz just for being an awesome dude.
yeah,
Facts. My
yeah,
brother.
man. And I appreciate all those awards that I won, like the Grammys.
Oh
I just
yeah.
caught the the award show episode last week, man. Definitely a dope episode. I was in the bed cheating from ear to ear, high as hell with my girl.
Hell
She
yeah.
was-
I was
Yeah,
telling
I
everybody the whole next day. I said, "You better watch how you talk to me. I'm an award-winning breeder now."
That's just crazy. But no, man, I appreciate everybody and their hard work, man, for real. Especially everybody on this panel, everybody in the chat, and everybody that's continuously tuning in, man. I appreciate all y'all and everything that y'all do, and appreciate everything that y'all give towards the hobby, man. Because uh, I feel like we're constantly learning from each other every day, constantly feeding ideas off each other, constantly talking shit to each other. But it's fun. It's what makes it, a cool hobby. Even though some of y'all motherfuckers get on my nerves. God damn, Lord knows I get on my nerves. My hand itching this. Yeah, man. Other than that, man, replay game, hashtag
Bro, I
replay game
can't believe how much truth was in your voice just now.
facts. Hashtag replay game. Make sure y'all hit the like button and y'all hit the comment button. It's up to the channel, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in for another dope episode. We will see y'all next week. Well, we should have a guest. Um, we will have a guest. And if you are interested in being a guest, just to come shoot the shit and come talk projects and shit, holla at your boy. We love to have you on. Definitely love engaging and just getting to know people more better throughout the show and letting you connect with the people that come to this channel. So other than that, man, we will see y'all same time, same place. Anything y'all want to add before we slide?
No, man, stay alive. We
Take
all
care of
alive.
your mental.
100%. 100%.
100%. 100%. Unfortunately, we lost the lives. Wi-Fi was cracking up, but we appreciate it. Elias, appreciate you tapping in, brother. I'll let y'all in the and Banner, we still love you, even though you abandoned ship. Even though you abandoned ship, we still love you, Banner. Appreciate it, everybody. We are out.
He said,